I've tried time blocking, task databases, a to-do list menu, a single sticky note, my top 3 priorities, just one priority, calendars, reminders. I've tried physical and digital and a mix of both. When I say I've tried almost every style of task management system there is, I'm not kidding. But after all of that trial and error, I finally found a task management system that actually works for me and has been working consistently for over 6 months now, and it is life-changing. In just 6 months, it has allowed me to start this YouTube channel, upload 28 weekly videos, finish the first draft of my novel, complete all of my out-of-hours admin for work, stay on top of cleaning my house, all while working full-time and having fun with my boyfriend on the weekends, watching movies, playing video games. It seems almost impossible, but this task management system is a big reason why I was able to achieve all these things. I'm going to share my process with you. Just remember that all of our brains work differently, so you've got to work with yours. A lot of people swear by time blocking, but I definitely have a rebel against the system kind of mind, and by system, I mean the system I put in place for myself the day before. I set out these time blocks, and then all of a sudden, I don't want to be doing the thing that I said I was going to do at 1 o'clock. Everything just goes off balance. As soon as I start not following it, then I might as well just scrap the whole thing altogether. A little bit of black and white thinking, but I'm working with the mind I have, and I know that that is one of my traits, that I have an all or nothing kind of mindset. So time blocking isn't really for me. And that made me go in the complete other direction, where I had a task menu. So I had all of my tasks and I can pick and choose what I wanted to do. But of course, that led to a lot of stale tasks where they would sit on that list for months, if not years. I'm so sorry, Fly Screen. I don't think you'll ever be replaced. But my new system has a little bit of time blocking, a little bit of task menu, but it's kind of neither. I'll first go through what my process is, and then I'm going to tell you 3 things that you need to remember in order for it to work. Mistakes that I've made that you don't need to make. I have tried so many different apps. It is crazy to think how many to-do list apps I have tried, but Notion is what changed everything for me. So here is the system. It's pretty simple, and that is the best part about it. I do a weekly reset every Sunday night where I sit down, or usually lay down on my bed, and I go to my life dashboard in Notion. I enter the days of the week for the following week, and I break these up into 3 sections: before work, during work, and after work. This is the essence of time blocking. For me, breaking it up hour by hour is really restrictive. I don't know how long tasks might take, and something might come up and throw the whole thing off. So I break my day into the 3 sections. Sometimes I add a 4th. If I've got some errands to run after work, I'll put those in the after work section and then add an evening section for the things I'm going to do after I get back home. So I usually start by looking at my calendar and seeing what things are coming up, if there are any events or birthdays, or a lot of the time as well, I'll enter in things like cancelling subscriptions or picking things up from the post office into my calendar. So I look at my calendar first and enter anything in specific days that I need to do. Then I go through my days of the week tasks. So I enter in when I'm going to get groceries, when I'm going to mow the lawns, things that I've kind of got to do weekly. And then I'll look at the leftover tasks from the previous week and see when I might be able to fit those in. The important thing is to only put things on each day that you think you can achieve in a day. That was mistake number 1. I used to put everything in the same day. So I would put all of my tasks, and then I would have carryover every single day because I could never get everything done. But once a task has been carried over for a few days, it becomes stale. And we all know what happens then. That task is not getting done, or it's not getting done without a fight. There is just so much resistance attached to that task now. I'm still haunted by the fact that I've never cleaned out my Google Drive. It's literally been on my list for longer than a year. But now that I only put the amount of things I can get done in a day, I'm far less likely to have carryover. And if I do, I know that it becomes a priority to do that thing first. Now it's more common for me to get everything done and start looking ahead at tomorrow's tasks to see what I can get a head start on. The second mistake I made was to have the days of the week as headings instead of toggles. It is crucial that when you're on a Tuesday, you can't see the Friday tasks. It's too easy to pick the fun tasks from other days and then not have enough time to do the important tasks on the day that you set them. I like to have a mix of tasks I'm wanting to do and obligations. But to be honest, I've designed my life in a way where I don't have many things that I feel like I have to do and that I don't want to do. Regardless, there are always fun tasks like designing my vision board and not so fun tasks like taking the bins out. For stale tasks, what can help is picking a task and then removing every other task, moving them to other days of the week, and have that as your one priority for the day. As long as you do that one thing, then you might be able to start doing other things. But having the other tasks no longer visible really helps you to focus on that one task and get it completed. But at the same time, does this stale task actually need to be completed? I realized in my video where I was making my new life dashboard in Notion that my master task list is really small. And the reason for that is because I started asking myself this question before I put anything onto my list. The question helped me to get rid of tasks that were taking up my time and my mental energy that didn't actually need to be done. And the question was, can this wait until after I quit my job? If the answer is yes, then it wasn't going on my list. And it is amazing how many things we feel like we need to do, like the flat screen that has holes in it, but it can wait. That can wait a year. It's not going to hurt me that much. Eventually I'll get it done. But for now, I'm focusing on my YouTube channel and writing my novel and doing the things that I want to do in order to then quit my job and have more time to balance those life admin tasks along with my projects. So that's what I did. I moved everything that could wait into a to-don't list. And I've got to say, it's been a huge weight off my shoulders. I highly recommend this for any goal that you have. Ask yourself, can this task wait until after I've achieved my goal? Your goal might be a week away, or it might be 2 months away or a year away, but can these other little trivial things wait? Because if it means you're able to focus on what you actually want to be doing, I say why not? And obviously, don't use this as an excuse to avoid things that are good for you. Great. Now I can postpone exercise for the next 6 months while I achieve this goal. Make sure you're only postponing things that won't negatively impact your life or your ability to achieve your goals. Once I've completed a task, I drag it into a done toggle. I use this as a reflection tool when I get to my monthly resets or my quarterly, yearly resets, so I can see where I have been spending my time and celebrate the big things that I've achieved throughout the year. A little tip if you like batching tasks, so for example, when I run errands, if I'm out of the house, I'll batch those all together into a toggle. But it's frustrating when you can't tick off a toggle. So what you can do is use the strike through and just strike through the toggle heading and then tick off the things within it. I used to swear by a physical to-do list. It's visible, it's super flexible because you can literally write a mind map if you feel like it, draw pictures, whatever you want. And the feeling of physically crossing things off a list is everything. I still print off a list when I do a deep clean of my house because that's hard work and that deserves the feeling of crossing things off that list. The thing about physical lists is they're visible. They might not always be with you, which is a problem. You're at the supermarket, you don't have your list with you. That's why digital is a game changer. The important thing about digital is that you get in the habit of checking it frequently. Once you have that habit, a digital to-do list is the best thing for your productivity. My favorite thing is that you can swap and change the order of tasks, hide things, and then bring them back. It allows you to reframe the tasks. It's really flexible in that way. Yes, physical to-do lists can be flexible because of the way you can write it, but you can't then unwrite it or hide things. All of a sudden, you can't do that phone call that you had scheduled for today. Then you can just move it into tomorrow. Or maybe you think it makes more sense to mow the lawns before your shower, so you just switch it around. I also always have my phone on me, and so no matter where I am, I'm able to add things to my to-do list when I think of them directly into the day that I'm going to do it, instead of trying to remember that I need to note that down next time I find my list. So this is my task management system. It's really simple, but that's what makes it so easy to implement. If your to-do list is complicated, you're going to be spending more time messing around with your list than actually getting the things done. Let me know whether you'll be trying out this task management system in the comments below. I'd love to hear what systems have worked for you in the past and whether you're trying something new for 2024. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.